Today's adventure begins in Glenfinnan, which is known for the Glenfinnan Monument and Viaduct. The viaduct famously featured in Harry Potter, but today the only train going across it was a ScotRail one. At the start of the route, you pass under the Glenfinnan Viaduct, and as you can see here, I managed to time this with the start of the Cape Wrath Ultra Marathon, so I don't have much footage of the cycling as it was a bit of a challenge passing everyone. Right guys, don't ask, but the rain and drizzle has came in really bad, and as you can see, the Cape Wrath Ultra has started and you can see all the people here. I don't know if my GoPro will pick it up, but seemingly there was about 300 people there, and I think I overtook about 150 of them on my bike. So anyway, that's me cycled in about 5 or 6 kilometers to this junction, and as you can see I'm absolutely drenched. But the way ahead for the first Munro is up here, and the second Munro is over here somewhere. Well, it doesn't seem to be brightening up any, but the views are coming and going. What a miserable day it's been so far. But I do deserve it, as my last 2 walks have been in the beaming sunshine and the weather was actually better than forecast. It seems to be this area, as when I done Glenfinnan, which is next door to these Munros, it was exactly the same. So anyway, I'm going to get my head down and crack on towards the top of today's Munro. After a while walking in the clag, I finally made it to Sgurr Thuilm, which means peak of the hillock, and is 963 metres high. As you can see, it was pretty miserable up here. There was 2 summit cairns, so I thought I'd better visit the both of them, because I'm not sure which one was the highest. There wasn't a view to be had from up here at all. It's one of the very few Munros that this has happened to me, so I didn't hang about for too long. I've got to say I was pretty disappointed, as I know the views up here are meant to be spectacular. Time to get moving. Let's go on to the next one. When making my way across the ridge towards the second Munro, things started to look a little bit more promising as the cloud was coming and going. Right guys, I'll give you a quick update as it's finally, after 3 hours, stopped raining. I thought I was going to spend the whole day in that cloud and rain. The views keep coming and going, and every time I pull out the camera, a big cloud comes past. So I'll try and show you what I can see just now. And that's into the north, which I think must be into Knoydart. And back here, that is Sgurr Thuilm, where I've just came off. And you can just see the ridge that I followed up to get there. So the way ahead is just down here, then over another huge bump, and then I think the Munro is probably in the cloud over there somewhere. It's starting to look a little bit better, so hopefully I'll get some views off this second Munro. Finally we have it! A view at last! I was pretty thankful when this view appeared, as it was pretty much the only thing I've seen all day. And the cliffs you can see across is the descent route from the second Munro. Oh, I finally made it! And welcome to Sgurr and Coireachan, which is my 123rd Munro. It's got a bit of a sting in its tail, that one. There's a few ups and downs, and then a steep bit up to here. But that means peak of the Corries, and it's 956 metres high. Again, there's not a view to be had here at all, which is quite disappointing as it was improving on the way up there. It's been a difficult day for me today, I've got to admit it. With this weather, I'm literally soaked to the bone. My boots are full of water too. It was just that rain that it was just unavoidable. It was just an absolute disaster. But we have days like that, I suppose. I can't complain after the trips I've had previously. So I'm gonna have some food here, and hopefully by the time I do that, it might be clear. So I waited and waited for it to clear up here, probably for about half an hour, but there was just no signs of it wanting to show me a view at all. Okay, I've waited long enough. I'm not waiting any longer. It's just not gonna clear. And I'm starting to get cold as all my clothes are damp underneath. So I'm gonna start heading back down towards the bike. You hear no thoughts of your own, and the river is frozen and slow. You are the king of the cold. You are the king of the cold. Soared in the air of your home. You sail in the sky, you are gold. You are the king of the cold. Right guys, I'm just making my way back down just now. And this is probably the best viewpoint of the day. So you can see down here is the Glenfinnan viaduct. That's the way I'm going to cycle back out. Over here, you can see between, that's Glenfinnan, right between, and there was the first Munro today, which I think for the first time it's clear. That's the ridge that came up in the clag this morning. And then that's the ridge I took across to the next Munro, which is still in the cloud. So finally, I got some views of where I've actually been today. Right, I'll pick you back up when I get my bike. Well guys, thanks for joining me on another adventure. I finally got my bike back and I'm going to freewheel down the road. So I better give today a rating out of 10 before I go, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I'm kind of guessing what the views are like at the top, but I know that they would have been amazing for what I've seen. So I did have a fantastic day. It was really a day of two halves. The first half pouring rain, the second half was actually not too bad. As always, this is a fantastic area down Fort William, and I look forward to doing some more. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you'll join me for some more Munros in the next one.